So I've made it to Thailand, but I haven't said anything about Cambodia. So we're gonna do a 3 minute little thing about Cambodia. I got to Cambodia on a Friday, and that Saturday I walked around and slept in. Recovered from my 24 hours of flying, and walked around, had a good time. And then that night, met up with some people from the program, and we went out to dinner. The next day, we had a city tour. We walked around a little bit. We went to the National Monument. We went to the Silver Pagoda. We went to the namesake temple of the town. And after that, we went back to the hotel, had an orientation, and had dinner. The next morning, and for the next 5 days, we had class. So I was in class for 40 hours a week, and it felt like I was in high school again. Um, Friday afternoon, we went up to Siem Reap and went to go to Angkor Wat. That night, we all went out, uh, and there was some people that got sick from the bus ride because it was an 8-hour bus ride, and it wasn't that fun. Oh, forgot to mention, on the bus ride up to Angkor Wat, you stop at a place called the Spider Village, and they sell deep fried tarantulas. I ate the legs of one. I couldn't eat the body of it. Um, they also sold crickets and beetles and cockroaches, all to eat, all delicacies. Only tried tarantula. Then, so Saturday morning, after we went to sunrise, we had breakfast, and we went off to 3 different temples. Um, we went to the Bayan Temple, which is the one that has all these different faces on it. When I put up pictures, you'll understand what I mean. Literally, it's just the temple that has all sorts of faces on it. The next temple we went to was the famous one that you see that has strangling fig trees. So these are trees that literally grow between the blocks and destroy the temple, and they look really cool. And then the last temple we went to the other day was Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat was really cool. I still maintain that it's a spaceship that's sent from the future, and so we are going to at some point it's going to just blast off and go back to the planet it came from. Then after that, we went back to the hotel. I was really exhausted, and I went to sleep really early, although a lot of people went out that night. Next morning, we woke up bright and early. We left Siem Reap because it was Sunday. We had to head back to Phnom Penh, and we stopped at this little temple where there's an orphanage across the street, and the little kids give you tours of the temple. So that was really cool, but I didn't take a tour, and I just climbed all over the thing, and had a bunch of Asian tourists point up at me and be like, "Ooh, white guy!" It was fun and kind of entertaining for me. Then on our way back, our bus broke down. We were about 45 minutes outside of the city when our bus broke down, and we stopped for about 45 minutes to an hour. We ran out of gas. Probably shouldn't happen, but made a long trip even longer. Fast forward through the week, which was just another week of teaching, another week of learning how to teach, different ways and different strategies you should use and what you should and shouldn't do. And then from there, on Thursday afternoon, we had the afternoon off. I went to the killing fields and to the Russian market after trying to get my camera fixed, because at Angkor Wat, one of my lenses broke, and I was forced to not use it. But it's still usable, but it's complicated. It won't zoom. I have to zoom manually. From the camera store, I went to the killing fields, which is basically a place right outside of Phnom Penh where the Khmer Rouge murdered about 10,000 Cambodians. And it's not an isolated killing field. There are, I think, 200 to 300 throughout the country in Cambodia. Really, really sad, really sobering. And yeah, it was just because I can't really describe it. It's hard to describe, but it was hauntingly beautiful, if that makes any sense. Um, Went to the Russian market. It's basically a market where you can buy anything you could ever dream of. They have souvenirs, they have food, they have still living pigs that they'll slaughter for you on the spot. I didn't have them slaughter any pigs for me. And then I went back to the hotel. That night there was karaoke, because every Thursday night there's karaoke. And after the karaoke, went to bed because we were leaving for the beach the next morning. Friday morning we were leaving for Sihanoukville. We left about half an hour late because some people didn't come home until the morning. They got back to the hotel at like 9 in the morning. Don't know where they slept. They just slept in some cave, according to him. His name's Will. He's an Aussie. And then Sihanoukville was really cool. We were beach bums, and I got really sunburned. One thing I haven't talked about, though, is scuba diving. I got scuba certified. I had 2 sessions in the pool at the hotel. I had a written test to take, and then Sihanoukville, we went out diving for all of Saturday. So we left at 8:30 in the morning, and we got back around 6. So took a 2-hour boat ride each way to this really secluded island, and we got in the water and had 2 open water dives, and now I'm scuba certified. Unfortunately, Sunday morning, Saturday night, I got sick. I was vomiting, and it was not fun. I vomited at like 3 o'clock in the morning, woke up with a stomach ache, and then at like 7:30 in the morning, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm going to go vomit. Ran to the bathroom, vomited again. I couldn't eat anything all morning, and on our 9-hour van trip, I had to tell the bus driver to stop. I opened the door, I vomited, and then we kept driving. It wasn't fun, but I'm safely in Thailand now, and I'm in Pattaya for another 2 weeks. Okay, bye-bye.